Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another episode of Al's Kitchen. This week, something nice and hot, a madras. But not any type of madras. This is Gunpowder Madras. Now, you can forget real explosives. You can even forget Guy Fawkes. It's not November. No, it's February. And we're going to warm you up and make for you a lovely Gunpowder Madras that comes straight out of a BIR restaurant. This is my favourite version of madras, and I'm sure you'll love it too. I haven't replicated it since the day that I done it, but I want you to make it this week, or at least let me know what you think in the comments. Less of this, more eating. Let's go back to 2021, guys. Enjoy the show. Gunpowder Madras. Welcome back to another episode of Al's Kitchen. You're most welcome. If you don't know who I am, I cook BIR, that's British Indian restaurant curries, at home, just like you get from the takeaway, maybe even better. You can leave your comments in the description box below to tell me what you think of the curries, of course, once you've tried them. I hope you've enjoyed all the previous content, especially that Naga, well over 120,000 views already. Anyway, let's crack on this week, eh? Before I do, I'm drinking Tsp. I poured this one just now, beautiful, beautiful beer. I finished off the Jupiler while watching Liverpool beat Burnley away 3-0. What a result. Let's hope we get another result at the weekend against Crystal Palace, whereby we will establish our Champions League credentials. So I pulled this nice pint of lager, Tsp. Beautiful top. You can't beat good head, can you? That's my second favourite after the Lowenbrow. Anyway, so it was back to the drawing board for me the past 2 weeks. I wanted to make a madras again. Now, obviously, I've already made a few madrases on the channel, but there's just lots of madras recipes, and I will just put them all out there so you can choose which ones that you prefer yourself. I wanted to make the king of madrases, the one that you would go back to time and time again. This one's called Gunpowder Madras. It's a nice, full of flavour, a bit hotter than your usual madras, but not crazy hot like that Naga, where I had to call my mate John over to taste it for me. Yeah, he's still fine. He wants to come back on the show, do some more taste tests. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you want to see more of John. Anyway, so let's get on with the ingredients for this Gunpowder Madras. So here we have half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of chilli seeds, half a teaspoon of Naga, Mr. Naga. This is optional. I've got half a teaspoon of salt. Here I have 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Don't you just love the Kashmiri? Such a vibrant red colour that it gives. A teaspoon of extra hot chili powder, a teaspoon of methi leaves. These are dried methi leaves. I've got a teaspoon of sugar just to balance the flavours out, and 1 tablespoon of Al's mixed powder. Mixed powder is what curry restaurants use to give you that unique takeaway taste. I will leave a link either above or below in the description so you can make it yourself. It's a beauty, I tell you. Here we've got 3 tablespoons of tomato puree. All I've done is just diluted this with some warm water. So 3 tablespoons of warm water. We're going to be using a teaspoon of garlic paste. This is just natural garlic paste. I've got a slice of lemon for garnish, some coriander, fresh coriander to garnish as well. And again, I'm using chicken tikka. Chicken tikka is amazing. It will impart its own flavours. It will make your curry extra special, and it will be the talk of the table. Right, so let's warm up some oil. That'll do. And once you've got your oil warm, we're going to start off with our garlic paste. This is just garlic based, not garlic and ginger this time. Let's put a teaspoon of that in there. And using the back of the spoon, we're just going to cook that out just for around 30 seconds, just to take out the rawness. So the thing about this curry is that it's just a lovely saucy curry. It's got a nice gravy. So for you at home that love a gravy curry, you know, a nice consistency, this is the one for you. Nice and spicy as well. Dunk your naan breads in there. Right, now I'm just putting in the Kasoori Methi, the dried methi, and we're just going to cook that out for a few seconds. Take out the rawness. Now, Kasoori Methi isn't always easy to get hold of depending on where you live, but if you're in an area where they're not stocking it in the supermarkets, I would suggest that you get it online. Okay, so now we've cooked out the the garlic and the methi, we're going to go straight in with our spices. So the chilli, chilli seeds, black pepper and the mixed powder. And we're going to fry this out for around 30 seconds. Just really bring out all the flavours of those spices. Moderate heat, not too hot. What do I always say? If you burn your spices, it's game over. So cook those spices out. And what's next? It's going to be the tomato paste. That's it, they're cooked out now. Well, let's put in this tomato paste. And now we're just going to add a touch of base gravy, just to loosen things down a bit. That's it, cook that out. I noticed a lot of people were asking about these pans, the high-sided aluminium pans. I bought it in a shop in Wembley. You can check them out. They have a website. They're called basshouse.com. That's BAAS house.com. Again, I'll leave a link in the description box below. That's it. Cook out that base gravy. Make it nice and sweet. Right, I'm going to now add a touch more. That's it. Cook out that gravy nicely, taking off all the caramelised gravy that you get off the sides of the pan. How are we finding the chicken tikka masala that I put up? Like it's a tasty one there, isn't it? Right, so I'm going in with chicken tikka again. Love tikka curries. And you can find the recipe on my channel again. Let's go in with the tikka now. Turn that in. Just warm that pre-cooked chicken tikka through. Just gonna add some more base gravy and then just reduce down to the desired amount. Right, so cook that through. Like my new apron, a guy called Carl has been instrumental in getting these done for me. If there's enough interest in them and you like them, I may take orders for them. What do you think? It's all about the base. Curries, all about the base, Right, so now we're going in with our little bit of a Naga paste. Again, this is optional. You can add a gunpowder kick. I can take that amount. And that's looking absolutely amazing. That's it. And squirt a lemon. Not too much. Just give it a little bit of zing. There you go. There you go. Nice chicken madras. Right, so now we're going to go in with the salt. And the sugar, you can also add a tablespoon of mango chutney to add a sweet fruitiness to this. You'll just find that the sugar takes away the harshness of the madras and gives a nice soft flavour. Right, I think that's ready to plate up. Right, let's start off with the chicken. Let's start building this curry. Build it from the centre. And go in with all that beautiful gravy. There you go, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Wow, that is amazing. Give the bowl a little shake. And garnish with some lovely fresh coriander. And then we're going to go in with my signature. You guessed it, my twisted lemon, so just put that on the side there. Isn't that beautiful? Gunpowder chicken tikka madras. So now it's time for the taste test. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. There you go, Gunpowder Madras. It's certainly giving me a nose a run. Very tasty though. Got a nice hot tongue. It is really delicious. Not just saying that because I'm Al and I make curries. I mean, I know I'm the best. I know. Can't help it. It's in my DNA. But you still got to share the love, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Get this curry right up there in the rankings. As for me, I'm Al and I'm out of here. I'll see you soon.